Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Around the Table GTA. And this episode is not a C Theory episode, guys. I'm so sorry. Uh, just this week has been a crazy hectic week, and just one small conversation has changed the whole trajectory of everything. Basically, work has been pretty stressful, not in the sense where things are going like completely wrong, but there's just been so many hiccups and it's been a little bit of a pain in the ass. And then how people are acting, they're making me be a bad guy. And if I have to be a bad guy, you guys already know I'm gonna be that villain. But anyways, I ran into one of my favorite people. I haven't seen him in like a week because we don't work the same shifts anymore, right? And he asked me I don't know. He asked me how I was doing, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm doing okay, awesome, blah blah. I'm ready for the weekend." And I asked him, "What are you doing?" Or like, "How are you doing? How's everything been?" He's like, "I'm surviving," right? And I was just like, "Are you surviving, or are you living life? Why aren't you living life? So you're just gonna live your life surviving, or you're gonna go live life?" Right? So that just put me into a completely different mood. We're just talking about different things that we're gonna do this weekend and everything. And I was just like, you're having your mother come visit you from far away, and you think your mother wants to see that her son, is just surviving. You gotta show her that you're living life, right? And the reason why the whole living life thing came is just because I was even talking about the Roe versus Wade stuff and how social media is reacting. I already had an episode on this, but now it's official. It's banned all across the United States. Be mad. And it's a very serious topic, right? I'm not going to use the word, but you already know if I talk about Roe versus Wade, you already know what I'm talking about, right? And that is something that's pretty difficult, but this is not what this episode's about. This episode is about what are you doing with your life? Are you living life? And that question is completely different to everybody who talks about it. You're going to take it in differently because every person is completely different. Like, after I had the conversation with that person, it changed their mind on how they were looking at things. And then I talked to another person because we were talking about the Roe versus Wade earlier. And I was like, hey, are you living life? Right? So at first, they were just talking about a lot of negative things, right? And then they looked at me and they just stopped. They're like, hmm. And then they started talking about all the things that they were appreciative of life and all the things that they were happy about. And even though they started with the things that they weren't happy about or the things that they were missing out, they noticed all these small little things that they're really happy for, and that how if they had even like a little bit more, it might have made life worse in the sense of people bugging them and having an unnecessary attention or being disturbed because of whatever gains that they gained, right? So, they're like, hey, thanks for that because we're talking about Roe versus Wade, and then after, we're talking about living life, and it's like I'm like, yeah, you're appreciative of that weird boss that you have to ask random questions that make you go, right? And then we were laughing, and then after it's like, oh yeah, if I left, it would be a darker place, and I'm like, no, it'd be a lighter place. If you guys get that joke, you know what I mean by that. But anyways, it just goes to show that just little things can spark joy in your life, and sometimes you are actually living life, but you don't realize that you're living life. There's so much doom and gloom out there, and there's so many ways that not only the media, but your workplace or your friends or your neighbors can make you feel down. Even your pets or your children or your cousins or your family could just put you down. You could be on top of the world. You could be walking on sunshine, and then someone's going to say something small, and then it's just going to ruin your day, right? So instead of being like that, why don't you turn around and do something kind of weird and make someone's day, you know, right? Like today I made two people's day, but at the same time, earlier in the day, I had to be the villain. So I probably pissed off a bunch of people, but duty calls and work has to get done. And I'm not trying to get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? I got to secure the bag. We're trying to secure the bag this summer. Anyways, guys, that is the topic of the day. What are you doing to make yourself live life? You know, I'm living life this summer. I'm outside every weekend. That's the plan. You know, I'm trying a new experiment that I'm not gonna really completely reveal until maybe a later episode. But I have been waking up earlier. I've been soaking up the sun. You know, I got that tan on already, so I'm tanned already for this summer. I'm going for a crunchy black maybe this summer because that's how much I'm gonna be outside. Like right now, it's almost midnight, but I have so much energy. I don't even know how I'm gonna sleep. Even though I've been up today, I've been up since, geez, yeah, I've been up since 8 o'clock, right? Because today I linked up with a friend I haven't seen in a while. We were catching up. You know, we did a run through the mall, picked up Capcom Fighting Collection. You know, I'm trying to game, but I'm trying to be outside at the same time. You know, don't shoot me, right? But at the same time, it's something that I want to do to support the company as well as play these games that I miss playing on the arcade from when I was a kid. But at the same time, like I said, you know, I'm living life, enjoying things. I haven't seen that friend in a while. We're catching up. I think we talked twice this year in person, right? Getting old sucks, right? It's everything's busy. You're busy. You can't do this. You can't do this. Oh, let's schedule this. Let's do a rain check. You know, people who really want to hang out with you, they'll make the rain checks, but you guys will eventually link. There's too many people that I've been trying to link, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna try to link anymore. And if you don't know what linking means, it means meet up, hang out, gather together. Could break it down even more, but you know, just being with the squad and going to do things. I already made some plans with the B-boys, and hopefully they come to fruition, right? Especially with all the travel stuff, and people are going crazy with the passport. It's like, oh, I need to go get my passport. Why don't you get a 10-year passport in time, right? Like it's gonna cost you extra money, but now you're in the lineup that starts at 10 p.m. the day prior just to not get your passport the next day, even though you've been there since 10 p.m. But that's another story. I'm just hitting a bunch of current topics while, you know, just living life. But yeah, you have to live life. Do what you need to do to live life. If you have to stay in that line for 24 hours just so you could go on a crazy vacation this summer, do it. Like, that's the thing about growing old too. I'm like, I'm not ancient yet, you know. My back hurts, but that's just because I'm not sitting properly half the time. But realistically, when you get older, all you have are your memories, right? You could only do so much. You could only work so much. You could only talk so much. You could only move so much. And the longer you live, unfortunately, things are going to fade away. And I'm saying that in the nicest way. And that's what I mean by fade away. They're not going to be here anymore. They're going to be gone. Whether it's your friendships, whether it's your livelihood, whether it's just how you live your life. And I was talking to one of the new people at work today, and they're like, oh, you know, even though it seems that you've dealt with a lot here at work, you always seem to have like a positive, happy-go-lucky kind of thing. And it's just like, yeah, my workplace is hella toxic, right? It's hella toxic, but am I going to be consumed by the darkness of my workplace, or am I going to elevate and just go through it? Like, I could leave, but I'm enjoying my workplace, so I'm happy enough to stay. But at the same time, can I do more? Of course I could do more, but I'm still living life, and I know what I'm doing. So whether I choose to quit, whether I choose to stay, that's up to me. But at the end of the day, it's your choice to show how you're going to be living your life. Are you going to be at your job and be miserable and have everybody else around you be miserable? Or are you going to be that person that stands out? Or are you just going to be quiet and you don't even have to stand out and keep your peace? for me, I'm the type of person, I like to share my peace. I like to be happy. So if I'm happy, I want other people around me to be happy. Why? Because the whole environment will be happy. You'll have nice vibes, right? Some people, a little bit too serious. I'm pretty serious at work too, but I'm fun and serious. So yeah, yes, that there's stuff like that exists. That's me, fun and serious. That's how I could do this podcast and give you guys tips and tricks and be very serious in one episode. And the other episode, I'm talking about a conspiracy. No, I used the word. But anyways, like the conspiracy of a fake family and make it sound super awesome, right? That's how you could be serious and fun at the same time. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I have to go back to editing the C Theory guest episode, and I'm hoping that you guys like it. It's gonna be a long one. I might cut it into 2 pieces. I'm even thinking about making it 6 pieces, not necessarily for the views, but I don't know, my fan base at the time, or my supporters, or the 5 views gang. We're getting more than 5 views, guys, and we made it. But anyways, you guys seem to not be able to watch anything that's more than 10 minutes. But at the same time, if it's like more than 20 minutes, you guys will watch it. So I don't know what you guys are doing while you're listening to this. And like I said before, listen to it in 2 times speed. I don't think I talk that fast. Most people in podcasts, they do not talk fast. If you want to go through it a little bit faster, put it on 1.5, 1.75, 2 times. Unless I'm talking too fast, and maybe 1.25 for those who think I'm talking a mile a minute. I could definitely talk faster than this, but I don't, for many reasons. That's a different experience when you meet me in person. But anyways, guys, that's the topic of the day. Maybe the topic of the weekend. Maybe I'll just drop this spontaneously. No. You guys gotta wait till next week. But by the time it's next week, it's gonna be this week, and you guys are gonna be like, huh? Either way, guys, hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever weather you are taking in right now. I got a lot of work to do with this editing and just getting stuff on other platforms. If anyone knows someone who does fan art, I'd love someone to make something for me, like even if it's commission, I don't care, just so that I could put this on more platforms, because the picture that I'm using on Spotify right now, it's a copyright image blocked on other things, and that's why I'm only on Spotify at the moment. But we're gonna try to do more free use, or maybe I'll just do something custom with a local artist. But either way, guys, girls, ladies, men, aliens, whatever people want to identify themselves as, because this might be a super ancient podcast, just try to find the small things that you enjoy and capitalize on your enjoyment. Be happy. Try to be happy. Like, the world's going to shit at the moment, so you know what, be happy with the people that you are around, and even shitty things will be pretty good, right? Pigs roll around in a pig pen, and they're all like rolling in shit and mud and everything, but they're enjoying their life. So be like a pig and enjoy your life. Catch you guys on the next episode.